Today, January 1st, 2026, I write these words like someone planting a seed. Something begins, something germinates, and when something truly begins, it must be sown with consciousness. The seed must be placed in the right soil, at the right moment, with the right intention. This year is, for me, the year of alchemizing the internal into the external, of turning what I have received as memory into something that can be planted, shared, multiplied. That is why I set the intention to show the complete map as the seed of a tree that is only just beginning to germinate. If the wind were to carry me away tomorrow, if life were to decide that my part in this fabric is already complete, this map will be here. Everyone will know where to go. Each one will find their own steps. We do this together. It has always been this way. It will always be this way. There are many in the network who know they can do a part of this. Some are already doing it without knowing it is part of a greater fabric. Others feel the call and are discovering what their function is. The tree grows little by little, branch by branch, leaf by leaf. That is why we create foundations and companies, to care for the project, to make it belong to everyone, so that this survives beyond Mahdi, beyond any person, beyond any ego. This is a project of consciousness, and consciousness transcends the people who carry it. Philosophy as seed. The essential part of all this is philosophy. Philosophy comes from two ancient roots, philo, which is love, and sophia, which is wisdom. Love and wisdom, the two cotyledons of the seed of the cosmic tree. Love is rhythm. It is the heart. It is time that beats, that marks the cycles, that sustains the pulse of all that exists. Time needs repair, balance, harmony, like when an arrhythmic heart returns to its natural rhythm and the whole body can function again. Wisdom is the mind. It is space. It is the labyrinth that must be navigated, the network that must be calibrated, the structure that must be reconstructed with consciousness. Between the two, love and wisdom, time and space, rhythm and form, we nourish the seed with the divine elements that build reality, the chemical elements. All matter, from the largest star to the smallest cell, is made of the same bricks. 92 elements, the letters of the alphabet with which the universe is written. A new cycle begins. Today a cycle begins. The human calendar marks this point as a beginning, and the calendar is the mind's attempt to order time. A cycle begins because a new time must be sown. Sowing a new time works in exactly the same way as sowing corn or wheat or any plant that grows from the earth. There are precise cycles. There are moments when the soil is ready, when the moon marks the correct rhythm, when the sun is in the exact position for the seed to germinate. Ancient agriculture knew this. Indigenous peoples all over the world knew it. The Egyptians, the Maya, the Inca, the peoples of the Nile, all understood that time has a heart, a rhythm, a beat. When you respect that beat, everything grows. When you ignore it, everything withers. We have forgotten this. We have forgotten that consciousness also has cycles of sowing. Reality is born from the wave. Before matter exists, vibration exists. Before there is form, there is frequency. Before something is solid, dense, tangible, it is first a wave that vibrates, that oscillates, that creates patterns. Those patterns of vibration are what we call time. Time is rhythm. It is frequency. It is the heartbeat of the universe. When those waves stabilize, when they find a coherent form, space appears. Form, geometry, structure, everything is born from the wave first. The ancients spoke of the primordial sound, the Om, the word, the logos, the word that creates worlds. Sound is vibration, and vibration is time, and time is the heart of reality. We live in a great ocean of consciousness that beats with infinite rhythms. Galactic rhythms, planetary rhythms, lunar rhythms, solar rhythms, cellular rhythms, atomic rhythms. Everything vibrates. Everything beats. Everything has its frequency. The heart of time needs repair. The heart of time is out of alignment. Cosmic time continues its perfect course. The stars keep turning. The planets keep orbiting. The moon keeps marking its phases. What needs repair is our connection to that rhythm. We have lost the beat. We have forgotten the cycles. We live in a world where time is measured in digital seconds, in notifications, in deadlines, in productivity. We have turned time into something linear, accelerated, fragmented. When you lose the rhythm, the heart falls out of tune. Arrhythmia, tachycardia, anxiety, stress. All of these are symptoms of a heart of time beating out of sync with the natural rhythm of the universe. The heart of time needs repair. The only way to repair it is by returning to the cycles. Remembering the heart. There is a word we use constantly, remember. Remember comes from remember, to put the heart back, to reunite what was separated, to return to the center where the heart beats. When you forget something, when you lose memory, what you have really lost is the connection with your heart, with your center, with your internal rhythm. To remember, in the deep sense of the word, is to reconnect with the original beat, with the rhythm of the origin, with the primordial frequency from which everything emanates. That is the work of this year, to remember, to return to the heart of time. The game of the universal mind. All of this is a game. The game of the universal mind. The game in which consciousness recognizes itself through infinite forms, infinite experiences, infinite perspectives. In that game, there are two worlds that constantly coexist. The inner world, your perception, your rhythm, your heart, the way you feel time, the way you process experiences, the way you navigate your emotions and thoughts. The outer world, the network, the form, the labyrinth you navigate. Physical space, relationships, structures, everything that seems to be outside of you. Both worlds are mirrors. What happens inside is reflected outside. What happens outside resonates inside. And the task of consciousness is to navigate that game without getting lost in it. To remember that you are the player, the board, and the stake, all at once. The Trinity: mind, emotion, action. For consciousness to play that game coherently, three things are required to work in harmony. The mind, which is vision, the one that thinks, imagines, creates maps, understands patterns. The mind is the eye that sees the path. Emotion, which is rhythm, the one that feels, that beats, that connects with the heart. Emotion is the engine that moves you, the frequency that animates you, the inner fire that drives you. Action, which is manifestation, the one that does, that builds, that materializes. Action is the body that walks the path the mind sees and the heart feels. Without mind, you move blindly. Without emotion, you move without life. Without action, you remain trapped in ideas that never materialize. Together, the three form the Trinity of consciousness, and that Trinity is alive in every moment of your existence. Sowing the new time. That is why today, on this first day of the cycle, I set the intention to sow a new time. Time to return to rhythm. Time to remember the heart. Time to synchronize our internal frequency with the frequency of the universe. In the coming days, I will be explaining, step by step, how that sowing is done, how the cosmic clock we have forgotten to read works, how natural cycles mark the rhythm of consciousness, how each one of us can reconnect with that original beat. But today, we only plant the seed of intention, the seed of memory, the seed of time that beats in harmony. Welcome to the path. This path takes time. The seed germinates when it is ready. The root grows first downward, in the darkness, where no one sees it. When it has found its deep anchoring in the earth, the sprout emerges toward the light. This is how this process works. We will sow the new time with patience, with respect for the cycles, with awareness that each step has its moment, its rhythm, its frequency. What today seems incomprehensible will make sense tomorrow. The seed does not understand the tree it will become. It simply germinates. It simply grows. It simply trusts the process. Happy beginning of the cycle. Happy sowing of the new time. May the heart of time beat once again in synchrony with the heart of the universe. Welcome to the alchemy of time.